My experience at St. B started about 5 years ago with my dog. We were accepted into the dog therapy program, which is very unique to St. B. There isn't any other one like it in other hospitals. We went through the process of him being accepted, going for testing, an interview, and then we started a wonderful journey of visiting patients on the wards and just being welcomed so hugely by staff. I was amazed at how warm we felt. It felt like community. We came in and we barely got to the volunteer office and people were stopping us, wanting to pet Moose and say, knowing that we were new there. The difference it made with patients who said it just made their day. They looked forward to the dog visits. Even the staff, when they were maybe stressed out, sometimes they would just almost sit on the floor and give him a big hug and say, you know what, I just really needed this today. I'm having a tough day. And so it was great. We ended up going then twice a week, and there was just incredible, the difference it made to the patients, how they would open up to Moose. They said, it was just the best part of their day. One patient even said after visiting with him, this was the best day of his life. And just the comments every single time we went was incredible. People just hugging him, people who had been crying, the nurse asking me to take Moose to a room, and somebody had been crying all morning. And within minutes, this person was laughing and just petting Moose in just a completely different mood. Somebody on a gurney, a patient, I remember just waiting with a nurse to go back on the ward. And I could tell he was a bit groggy, from surgery, but he saw me and Moose, and of course Moose is really big, and he kind of motioned us over, and we came over, and he started petting him, and he says, a dog in a hospital, it doesn't get better than that. And they would just open up about their whole life, and Moose would be sitting there and they'd be petting him, and if they were crying, he'd put his head on their lap. And some of them said, I haven't opened up like this to anybody before. Or they would talk directly to him. The underlying thing that I heard the most from the patients was that they liked Moose because he was not judgmental. He came on a ward. He didn't care, maybe they just woken up. He didn't care if they had a mental illness, what they looked like, what they smelled like, nothing. He was just there to love them and, be loved. And they said they wish people were more like that. I keep thinking this last year and a half with COVID, how much, the patients must miss that and the staff, because it really did make a difference. Out of 400 volunteers at St. B, there's only 30 that have come back for certain things, so it's so limited what they feel is safe to do. And she felt that with the dog therapy, it might be one of the last things to resume again. Because as soon as you come in with a dog, of course, people just forget everything and they're just all together. Like there's no distancing or anything. They're just so happy to see a dog in a hospital. It would be very hard, to do that. So it's too bad. At this stage, Moose is almost 14. So I think he will be retiring. I never thought that last day, it was Friday, that March weekend before everything happened with COVID. And I never thought that would be our last day. So, but yeah, it was an amazing experience. I got to know a lot of the staff. St. B is a little bit smaller. I used to work at HSC, so it was a really nice, smaller community. And you get to know the staff quite a bit. And it was just a wonderful place to volunteer.